High in the mountains of Western Mongolia, the current generation's traditional nomadic way of life and animal rearing could be the last, not by choice. Climate chaos is to blame. Temperatures there have risen 3 times faster than the global average. Over the last 70 years, Mongolia has seen a 2.3 degrees increase in temperature and a decline in rainfall. The country's nomadic herders face the gravest situation. They make up 30% of the population. So, in the latest of our Running Dry reports, Debbie followed their struggle to survive.
Mongolia's vast, enchanting landscapes are drying up. We travelled to the far west of the country where the semi-arid lands that nomads have farmed for centuries have become uninhabitable due to a lack of water. Amankilde now uses a motorbike to herd his animals, to save on feeding and watering horses. He had to sell more than half of his yaks for the same reason. When there's not enough water, he can't milk the whole herd.
This summer was very dry. No rainfall the whole summer. At the end of September, it snowed twice, but it has already melted because of the unusually hot sunny days for this time of year.
We met him in a pasture which by October should be full of snow. It used to be home to more than 60 families, but he showed me why they can no longer live there.
This well was dug many years ago. In the last 2 years, it has dried up and there's no more water here.
Temperatures in Mongolia have risen 3 times faster than the global average. And the ensuing summer droughts have triggered deadly winter snowstorms called zuds. The extreme and sudden snowfalls used to happen once every 10 years, but there have been 6 in the last decade. Irkasim lost 8 horses, 10 cows, and too many goats and sheep to count in the last zud.
We had abundant milk and dairy. Now we can't produce enough dairy, and we're not able to raise livestock due to a lack of water.
This was the river Irkasim used to rely on.
I'm walking on the bed of what used to be the river Karasai. Up until 10-20 years ago, it was one of the main sources of drinking water in this area. You can still tell from the shape of the channel that it was a deep and fast-moving river, but the glacier which fed it has gone, and the mountain springs, which still produce a small stream of water, are drying up.
Unable to fatten up their animals during the summer, many herders are forced to slaughter the ones they fear won't make it through the winter. The pastures Ayep's family have lived on for generations have become dry and infertile. The grass either doesn't grow or not enough comes through. He can't sell his animals for a decent price at the market, and wool quality has dropped too.
This year is worse than last year. Last year is worse than the year before that. The grass growth worsening is not measured by 10 or 15 years. It's noticeably worse every year.
Drought is threatening a way of life of which Mongolia is fiercely proud and on which many lives depend. The herders we met hope they are not the last generation of nomads. In a modernising world, they have become increasingly rare, and climate change has placed them in a fight for survival. Debbie Edward, News at 10, Western Mongolia.